What if I told you that there was a forgotten goddess of the underworld, one who walks the earth at night, bringing nightmares, madness, and ghostly visions? A deity so mysterious that she was nearly erased from mythology. Yet her influence still lingers in esoteric traditions, ancient magic, and even modern psychology. This is a story of Melinoë, the phantom queen of night, the goddess of nightmare, and an enigmatic figure in Greek mythology. Unlike Hades or Persephone, who ruled the dead with clear roles, Melinoë was something completely different and more unsettling. She haunts the living, walking between the realms of the dead and the dreaming. But why has history nearly erased her? Was she a deity too terrifying for mainstream mythology? Or was she something else, an esoteric symbol hidden within the mystery traditions of the ancient world? In this deep dive, we will uncover who Melinoë really was and where her myths originated, her eerie connection to Persephone, Hecate, and the duality of the underworld, why she appears in Orphic texts as a ghostly figure terrifying both gods and mortals, how her mythology correlates with underworld deities from Norse, Aztec, and Japanese traditions, her significance in modern occultism and shadow work. By the end of this, you won't just know who Melinoë was, you might understand why she may be one of the most overlooked yet powerful archetypes of the underworld. Melinoë is one of the most enigmatic figures in Greek mythology. She is not well documented in mainstream myths. Her primary mention comes from the Orphic Hymns, an esoteric text from the mystery traditions of ancient Greece. Here's what we know from ancient sources. She is described as the one who walks the earth at night, bringing nightmares and spectral visions. She is dual in nature. Half of her body is described as being black as night, the other as pale as corpse. She is associated with madness, possession, and ghostly apparitions, making her more similar to supernatural force than a traditional deity. But why does she appear this way? Some myths say she is the daughter of Persephone and Zeus, but others hint at a far dark secret, one tied to her role as a harbinger of the dead. Many scholars believe that Melinoë is an aspect of Persephone, the queen of the underworld. In classical mythology, Persephone is often depicted as the wife of Hades, but in esoteric traditions she is something far more complex. She represents the descent into the underworld transformation and the initiation into deeper mysteries. Melinoë may be an aspect of the Persephone that never left the underworld, one that lingers in the shadows, embodying what Persephone had to endure. But there is another connection here. Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, the crossroads, and the unseen. Hecate and Melinoë share a deep association with the moon and the underworld. Hecate is guided to the lost, a protector of witches and goddess who walks between worlds. Melinoë, by contrast, is a haunting force. She doesn't guide, she unsettles, she disturbs. Some texts even suggest that Melinoë had once been an aspect of Hecate before evolving into her own entity. So what does this mean? It means that Melinoë is just another underworld deity. She is living embodiment of transformation, shadow, and the unknown. Melinoë isn't the only goddess with this haunting nature. When we look across mythologies, we see striking similar figures. Hel from Norse mythology, the goddess of the underworld in Norse tradition, also depicted as half black and half pale, just like Melinoë. Izanami, Japanese mythology, the once beautiful goddess who died and became the queen of the underworld, rotten and terrifying those who saw her. The cultural connection suggests that Melinoë is part of the universal archetype, one that represents the liminal space between life, death, and subconscious mind. Melinoë's role as a goddess of nightmare, madness, and duality makes her a powerful symbol in esoteric teachings. In alchemy, her tradition where one must face darkness before reaching enlightenment. In shadow work, she is an archetype of the suppressed self, appearing in dreams as a force that must be confronted. Her association with ghosts and restless dead ties her to ancestral work and hidden knowledge. For modern practitioners of the occult, Melinoë serves as a reminder that true knowledge is not found in the light alone, it is hidden in the depths of the subconscious. Melinoë may not be as well known as Hades or Persephone, but her presence lingers in every culture's myth, in every shadow, in every unexplored part of the psyche. She reminds us that the underworld is not just a place of death, it's a place of revelation, of initiation, of truth. So, the next time you dream of shadows or of whispers in the night, ask yourself, is it just a dream or is it Melinoë calling you to something deeper?